about free samples?
Free samples. I say it's the biggest part of marketing. I don't even really think you can persuade the masses without free promotion. Like, because the part of the free promotion is when anything that I do, I already account for how many shirts, for instance, or how many outfits that I have a capital for to give away. So if I get 400 shirts made, I've already counted out 20 that I'm not gonna just directly make money off of. I'm gonna give them away because the 20 that I give away, that $200 that $400 that I give away would gross me 4,000.
So, how do you feel about, or is it, I'm for sure, copywriting or something is also important in this situation?
But with that, you want to take whatever business or entity that you're trying to start. You'll have to take some money from the side, and you have to go and create a LLC, which is legalizing for your company. It proves that you're a real company and that you will start filing taxes for this business. And with that, it basically solidifies that you are there's three different type of LLCs. Sole proprietor, and I can't think of the other two off the top of my head, but you'll do those basically to secure your investment. And if you have a certain name, specifically like ours, for instance, real nigga, real lady, or any of the other entities that we got under the brand umbrella, you take we had to take an initiative of also getting copyrights and trademarks for the word itself, and so that no one else could steal your idea, because that's what it just comes with.
So after you do that should be first, correct?
It's good to do it first because then you already have it, but also it's kind of because it's a little costly. It's a little costly, but you do it basically once you, well, how I believe Pops explained it to me, it was like if I'm grossing over a certain amount of money a year from this business, then I have to file an LLC.
Okay. What are some obstacles that someone might face for us dealing with other than being printed wrong? Like, say you out, like, what are some obstacles that you run into that maybe can be avoided?
Obstacles that could be avoided. In the clothing industry, I don't really feel that there's any obstacles that can be avoided. Everything comes with hurdles, and it's gonna be valleys and peaks all throughout the entire term of you being in the clothes industry. Because I'm basically a privately owned, exclusive brand, so my market runs through the streets. But I have slow moments that deal with the streets. But if you're a brand that you've stepped into the realm of putting your clothes into the line front of stores, where you are in stores and you have the stores buying, then you could I can see you dealing with a lot of issues of when just the store just isn't hot at that time of the year, so they may sell less. Then it's another part of the year where they may sell more. They might not buy as many orders anymore. If you haven't reinvented yourself or keep recreating yourself, then it's a possibility that you might fall off of the charts in the stores, where they just won't buy any of they gonna discontinue your brand this year. Or lot of things of that such. It's just also dealing with overseas manufacturers, dealing with COD costs, just shipping, period, from the taxes to the back and forth of dealing with the overseas manufacturers where they can mess up your product over and over, or you got to keep sending it back and forth to get it correct. Send it back and forth 10 times until you get it correct, and then finalize it, and that's going to be costly. Also, damaged goods like water damage, fire damage, time been the biggest obstacle that I deal with the clothes.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned about time. On an average day, how much time do you feel that you put into promoting, doing all the behind the scene work before you actually even sell a shirt or an item?
So you asking how much work do I put in before
Time. How much time?
how much time do I put in before an item actually gets sold? I would say with each different series of lines that I started, like the first one was these N-word shirts that I started. Those pretty much was self-sufficient because it was people wanted the brand to come back. But after that, then I created the I Am Him line, and it took me maybe the time I had to put in before even making any money off creating this idea was just the time and the passion and the love that I had to put into it, of sitting down every day consistently for maybe 3 weeks to a month straight of just designing multiple shirts until I felt I created one that I liked. Then, so after I done took that month of coming up with an idea and learning the program, then it took another 2 to 3 weeks just to get it produced. So I had to sit around, wait for that. Then once I get the product, I had to sit on the shirts for maybe another week just to set up my market scheme of promoting. So I would have to figure out what a good schedule for when the models would be available, when the photographer and also myself could all be available. So then we'll go do that, finally get the shoot done, and I had to wait a couple days or however long it take the photographer to finish the editing on the pictures. Or then I want to cut that time short, so I began just making them send me the original photo, and I start editing them on my cell phone. So then I would take that time to sit there for hours and edit it myself till I thought it looked professional enough for me to post. Now, once I done took this month and a half to sit here to get it all together, so that time right there is all one. Then now I finally post it and introduce it to the world.